What is up, guys? Sardo back again, also known as the Black Gentleman. And today I am bringing you DX Chogokin. I think this is still a variant of the Solo Chogokin line, but now this is DX Chogokin, if I'm saying it right. Anyway, this is the Vf-1j Valkyrie from Macross, or Robotech if you're like, from America like myself. But I just now start watching the actual Macross itself, the original sub, and I'm kind of liking certain things better. But yeah, this is a Hickaru Ichijo's Vf-1j or Rick Hunter. If you're more familiar with Robotech, this is the front of the box here. Comes in this nice sleeve. Picture the figure. The one I got was actually a more special variant because it came with not only the figure itself, which is this box here, which I'll kind of show and get this out of the way. It also came with a dedicated flight stand, which is this right here. Paying attention to me in the background with no shirt on. It's okay. Don't be alarmed. You won't have to see too much of me. But yeah, you get this right here. On the back, it shows you how it works. All very simple, very standard stuff. Now moving on to the real box, because let's get this out of the way. This is the box that actually holds the figure, and this too is some real nice picture of the figure in this Valkyrie mode and jet mode, and this Batroid mode, or Battleoid if you're familiar with Robotech. I'm gonna be going back and forth between terminology, so pay me no mind. Here's the back of the box, which also looks really great. Shows you all different modes. Guardian or Garwalk, Fighter mode, Batroid, Battle mode, all that good stuff. Yeah, this generally looks really good. Nice presentation for this box. First thing I want to take a look at is the actual. This is like the special edition dedicated flight stand. You see, it says Hickaru Ichijo Vf-1j Valkyrie, and it's pretty neat. I'm not gonna put them on here. But I think I have some pictures on Instagram. If you take a look at my Instagram, you will see me, or see it with different poses. And it's pretty neat, pretty standard stuff. You just pull this off. It's just tough to get off. There we go. And it just clips on underneath right here. And you can either have it like come to the side, like it's doing a barrel roll, either side, or just straight forward. All good stuff. And moving on from that. Since we're talking about stands, here's a stand that the figure actually comes with itself. I have it in the fighter mode configuration, but you can change it up and just slide this out like so. There we go. And turn it around and slide in this way. And you want to change this right here. And you can basically have it either in Battleoid mode or Guardian mode. All you do is just change your different heads, because it comes with those as well, which I think is really cool. You get this right here, which is made for the Battleoid or Batroid. Sadly, I chipped off one of my connectors here. It still holds, but I guess I was a little careless, a little too strong-handed, and chipped it off, so that sucks. But yeah, you just stick it on like so, and then I hold it in Batroid mode. You take that off, and you put on, let's see, this one here. And this is for your walk or guarding configuration. So yeah, all in all, it's a very good stand. That's what it's supposed to do. You get two opposite yet identical side fillers. This is for the Battleoid mode or Batroid. I need to just pick one right and keep going back and forth. But the robot mode, this is for it. Basically just fills in the sides of it to kind of give it more of a cohesive look, which I think is nice. And yes, I guess you would call this a parts warmer for us in the Transformer community. But it's all good. No harm, no foul for me. Moving on, you also get this strap here, which is for the gun pod, for when in use for the Guardian or Battleoid configuration, which is very nice. You just plug into the gun pod itself. The gun pod, currently I have it plugged onto the jet mode, so I'll begin to that a little bit later. You also get more. You get these. I guess you would call these Gosh, what else things call on jet? I'm not quite sure. Gosh, I'm drawing a blank. But anyway, these are covers. These are covers for the, I think the intakes. Yeah, it's intake covers for when you go into your battle configuration. So it's again kind of more parts for me, but it's okay. I'm glad these are here and did not have. So yeah. You also get this right here, which is a bit of a spudger to help get problem things unclipped, which is also good. I have my own spudger, but it's nice that they thought ahead to give you a spudger of sorts. You also get an antenna, and this is basically for your guarding configuration for the top of the backpack. They give you 2 of these, and guess what? I think I've already lost one. God, apparently I suck. So I'm glad they gave me a second one. I'm gonna go ahead and put this back in the bag so I don't lose it, because I only have one now. Hopefully the other one will turn up. And you get different sets of hands. You get more of let's see, let me pull my hair. You get different sets of hands. It's more the mechanical hands, fixed posed hands. And I think like this is more for the gun, both of these. So these all look very good. Nice sculpt, a little bit of yellow paint here on top. Also a ball joint that you just plug in, like a lot of Tamashii Nation figures, which is good. You also get a pair of the, I guess what you call the more cartoony style hands. Not my favorite by a long shot, but they are certain scenes in the cartoon. These are more or less how they look. Like I said, not my favorites, but hey, you know what? The more accessories, the better, right? And you get some more fixed hands. This is the last little set here. I'm just kind of pulling them out as I go. These are more the open hands, and these are actually some of my favorites. These are just like I said, with this fixed pose, but they look good. I always like kind of a hand that just kind of lays open like that. It's kind of nice. And you get one for the side, just exact match, identical. Kind of like that. And you get your fists, which are kind of the same way, just yellow paint on top, the closed. All mechanical detail. All looks nice. Here is the Vf-1j Rick Hunter or Hickaru version. And for me, this is a bit of a grail piece. As a kid, I had the Transformers Generation 1 Jetfire, but I had kind of second hand. And the arms and the head were broken off. But you see, the thing is, the reason I wanted it was because not because I saw them on Transformers first. It's because I saw that exact same jet on Robotech. So having this, like I said before, is a bit of a grail. Back to those accessories. I know I said I was done. I was wrong. I totally forgot. Actually, the pilot inside. Just crack the cockpit open. Come on, there we go, like so. You can kind of wiggle him out of there. And I think it's a pretty good, get the focus. I think it's a pretty good sculpt. You know, he's pretty much stuck in stationary. And this is well, Rick Hunter as I remember him. Except for now, I'm just now actually watching the original macross on Hulu. But not Hulu, but Amazon Prime. If anyone cares to watch it, I think it's pretty good. But I'm so used to the American names, it's kind of hard to call them by Japanese names. And I'll go ahead and leave them to the side. I can just see from this distance here. Try to get the zoom in there a little bit. The cockpit is nicely detailed. Nice paint for the seat itself. You can get the zoom in. Yeah, it looks really good. You see a little clear plastic here. And a centerpiece. Kind of get a good view inside there. Best I can, at least. But yeah, overall, it looks really good. Nice mold detail. Pull the camera back. There we go. I'll go and close it back up. Even more detail is on the cockpit itself, or canopy. Zoom back in again. You can kind of see it. No, you can't see. There you go. You see it has Hickaru's name. It's on the side. I don't know what SLT is for. Who knows? And it also has here nice cursive writing. Vermilion leader. I remember in the cartoon it was Rick Hunter, Max, and I think Ben Dixon. They were all part of the Vermilion Squadron. You know, until spoiler alert, Roy Fokker, or in Japanese Roy Fokker, died. He took over as a scollier. So yeah, nice attention to detail. Gotta respect that. You look here on the side, you can see the UN Spacey emblem right here, right here. Even if I move the wings in, you can see there on the thrusters of the jet itself. You can get the 101, which is accurate. The back tail fin, get the Prometheus, which is accurate to where the Valkyrie takes off from. Again, 101. Just a lot of attention to detail. Even gotta zoom in here. Even the no step. I mean, just all really good detailed stuff there. In the back here, you see. I mean, I've actually went back and watched the cartoon a little bit, just so I can, have just so I can see how much detail is on these things. Now I know in the show, these tips right here actually aren't paint. They're more like little lights. It'll be red and that being blue. So today they just painted it on, which is fine. I won't. I wouldn't want any clear plastic there anyway. God, knowing me, I'd probably chip it. As you've seen before, the wings can move. They can go all the way out like so, or they can swing all the way back, which is typical of the jet itself. You also get the little articulation here in the wings, or these can fold up right so, or fold back, which is very nice. Like in the show, the feet or afterburners in the back, they can open. Just kind of pull them out. It's just die cast. You can open those up like so to give that cool afterburner look if you want to have it, especially on the display stand. I think that looks really cool. But for now, I'm gonna push those back in. And yes, these are all die cast. Matter of fact, a lot of die cast itself are actually in the legs back here. These tail fins back here can fold as well, but that's mostly for transformation. You gotta kind of wiggle them out, which can kind of be annoying, in my opinion. The gun pod, which I had brought up before, I have it kind of stored up under here. Let me pull this wings back, so you get that right here, and it's detailed quite nicely as well. I'll just pull it out once I get transformed, so you guys can really see it. This thing also has really nice landing gear, which the tires actually are covered in rubber. The base of which is all die cast. Yet again, the landing gear at first is a problem to get out, very annoying. But once you figure the tricks out, it's all good. But at the same time, it does feel a bit fragile. That's why I'm kind of starting things out in Valkyrie mode. So once I get this thing fully transformed at the end of the video, I'll probably won't put it back in jet mode again, at least for a long time. So that's the reason for that. But yeah, the thing's detail is very nice, top notch. I see why a lot of these Valkyries go for the price they go for, and they sell out really quick. Luckily, I found a connection, and I was happy said person could help me. Here it is compared with a car, which is this is a MP Transformer Bulljack. I think as far as cars and jets go, I think this scale is maybe about right. I think that kind of works. You know, the whole thing with cars and jets, the thing with Seekers, everyone always says the scale's wrong because if a jet transforms, it's gonna be bigger than a car, and even if a jet's not transformed, it's bigger than a car. So I think this scale works as far as cars and jets go. Which is kind of scary for a Seeker, right? I mean, Seeker just smashed someone like a little jet. But anyway, moving on. This isn't really full on a transformation, but I think it's kind of worth showing. There's a couple times in the cartoon, well, Rick or Hickaru, yet again, I'm kind of going between my names and terminologies. There are lots of times like where they, especially that's towards the end of the show, where they would land their jets, but it's not like a runway or anything. So what they would do was they would kind of go to kind of half guardian gear walk mode and just kind of lower the legs down. and they will kind of angle the nose, come down, flip at the top, and jump out, which I thought was kind of a cool mode. Here it is in this full gear walk mode, or Guardian. Yeah, here this is how it looks. It's basically how I had it before, but you know, you just fold the arms out. And first time messing with this thing, it was kind of a bother, but now I've learned how to really transform it. It's not so bad. Here's the other side of it. It's on like these sliding rails. If you guys want to see a full transformation of this thing, let me know. I don't mind doing it, perhaps doing a separate video showing how you do it. But to give a guy a plug, it kind of helped me learn how to transform it. I believe it's Scorched Earth. They review his review channel. He does like a lot of robotech and macross figures. Far better than me. I'm just a guy just reviewing the figures, just to be reviewing the figure here. But for a real comprehensive review with transformations, check him out. I'm just kind of giving you guys kind of an overview. But anyway, yeah, this is it. And it's in gear walk configuration, and it's very, 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 very show accurate. I actually love it. I'm thinking about picking up maybe 1-2 more of the different models of this thing. I might keep one in jet mode, one this, one Metroid. But yeah, now the gun pod, which I wanted to show you guys earlier, I just unclipped off from the arm here. It clips onto the arm through the handle right here, and that too is pretty cartoon accurate, and it looks very good. Nice UN spacey detail there. A lot of tempographing like the jet itself. Translucent plastic handling tip, which too is cartoon accurate. You can see the 3 machine gun barrels inside the pod. To go into full gun mode, you extend that back, and you pull, there you go, that down, slide it back to get that fully in. And kind of like an MP transformer inside the hand. It's a little clip that holds it in place. So yeah, to put this aside for a moment, to look at the hands, these are the perfect transformation hands, they call them, and they're fully articulated. In fact, just to be easier, I'm gonna pull this off the ball joint, because on the ball joint, there we go, slide this to the side like so. Show you guys the hand. It's fully articulated. As you can see, only thing it can't do is splay the fingers out, but you know, hey, that's all right. And yeah, each finger, each little digit of the fingers is fully articulated, as you can see. It's very nice, including the thumb. The thumb's on the ball joint. And back to the gun pod, like I said before, using this clip here and the hole here, you can put it inside the hand, so you can fully hold that. Just wrap the gun, wrap the hand around the gun, kind of. Let's see here. There we go. Yeah, you get a little something like that. Looks really nice. So you can just pop that back on there if you want to. Bring this back in. There we go. And it holds the gun like so, which is excellent. If you want to be even extra with it, you can bring in the strap and plug that in as well to give it more of a TV accuracy. But I'll probably do that when I put it in Metro mode. What can I say about it? It's a jet with legs, and an arm and 2 arms. This premise should be entirely silly, but if you like me and you watch the show, it's totally not. In fact, I actually forgot to transform some things. If you in this mode, it's supposed to pull back. Pull the camera back. This little flap here, and it shows you your boosters right here, and these 2 have a little bit of articulation. Well, the middle one does anyway. As you can see that. Well, actually, no, you can't see. Pull the camera button. You can move that just a little bit, so you get that. For not much, but it's something. So I thought that was kind of worth showing. Oops, let me slide down. And although you don't have to, another one of the accessories for this mode, it's a little antenna. Let me dig it out of the bag here. Keep all my accessories in one area, because I've lost. It came with 2 antennas, like I said before, I actually ended up losing one of them. And I definitely don't want to lose this one, since it's nice enough to give me a spare one. And it's right here. And it plugs into the hole. Let's see where the hole is. Right up here. Oops. So I'll go ahead and do that now to complete the look. I just don't see why you need antenna. But you know, except for it's show accuracy. And I know a lot of people may say with this mode it maybe looks silly, and you know it's probably looks more like a fan mode. But this is you know, to me this is cool. I grew up with this, and you know I always hear people say, you know, transforming mechs aren't practical. But I think at least this mode, if this were real, at least in the whole leg department, you know, for hovering purposes, I thought that'd be practical. You know, especially if we were running to giant aliens from a different planet, you know, trust me, you would want these. Articulation, for the most part, it's kind of limited to a degree because the legs are forced into this kind of chicken stance, but you can bend them back like so on a strong ratchet here, knee. Feet can move up like so, that but the back that much. You can get more poses, I think, when you put it on the stand, which I have pictures on my Instagram if you guys want to see that. But yeah, same other side. This hand, same as that hand. As far as the arm goes itself, you can crank it up to here, down that far. Has a bicep swivel, rather tight, but you can get the full 360. You just gotta be mindful of your wings and other pieces hanging off. Speaking of the wings, in this mode, if you want to, though don't ever do it in the show, you can be swept back like so. So you can get a little bit of that going on. Whoa. As for the upper arm rotation, let's see here, I believe you can. Yeah, you can get a 360 out of that, I think. Yeah, sure can. Which is good. And two, if you want to bring in any of your pre-posed hands, like I showed before, you just pop out the ball joint and put it on. So that's basically all there is to it. This review, as everybody can tell, is probably not going to be the longest review in the world. I'm going to try to wrap this up fairly quick. Now, for a comparison, wheel jack one more time. Except for I don't know what to compare. I really don't. You know, I could bring in MP10, but I don't think that matches this. And I think this. I think this MP car scale matches up really well with this jet. I could be on the run, but that's just my opinion. Well, with all that said, let me go ahead and move on to the next mode. Fully transformed into its final mode, the Battlelord or Batroid mode. And this is pretty awesome right here, man. I mean, the whole toy's been awesome, but this is really awesome. This has always been what I always imagined it would be in my head if I owned a toy of this caliber. I know the other Vf-1js, you know, different lines. I heard Yamato, the Arcadia. I never had any of those. I had the Tsunami version, which was not that great. I ended up selling it, but yeah, this is awesome. This is very much, if you're a Transformer fan, very much reminiscent of the old Jetfire from G1. You know, except in the time of 1000, even the back of it. So I mean, it looks quite a nice silhouette. All the paint apps it had in jet mode and gear out mode are all present here. One more disclaimer about this thing. There's two different ways you can transform the waist. They have what they call perfect transformation. Then they have which is basically not perfect transformation, where you basically take the whole waist apart. Although I didn't show transformation, I can show you what I mean. If you don't take the waist apart, you don't have a waist swivel. But since I did, I have a bit of a waist swivel. Not the greatest, but it's okay. You know, mostly because of the wings back here. They kind of get in the way, but they can be opened. So you know, so you have options there. And I also use the move his arms up further. The space fillers here, which you don't have to use, but I find that when you do use it, it does make for a much stronger connection, and just makes it look a whole lot cleaner. Like I said before, it's kind of parts former-y, but you know, I don't mind it that much. It's all good. Put the leg back in there. But yeah, let's go and talk about some articulation up in the head here. Matter of fact, let me just go ahead and move this camera because this thing's kind of tall and it's kind of aggravating me with my camera and everything. So let's move up. Make things a whole lot easier on me. All right, for the head, you can look up that far, look down that far. Really good. Pull the neck up a little bit like so. You can rotate it and get a full 360. The head cannons, they can splay out, kind of grab it, and they too can move forward or backwards, however you want to have it. I kind of like mine kind of out like that, splayed out like that. Well, I should have pulled back a little bit. Kind of how I like mine. I just kind of more like a rabbit. I don't know. It's kind of how I like it. The eyes themselves, I know I'm jumping around here, but the eyes is translucent plastic. When it catches the light just right, it looks pretty good. It looks kind of dark in here. Not much I can do about it. But you got trust me on that one. As far as the arms go, pull that down. Very much like a gear walk mode. Same deal. You get full 360 out of the arm. Bicep swivel. Get 360 out of that. Elbow bend, which is actually, I think, a double jointed. Yep, because it has a bend here and a bend there to get you all the way back, which is very good. The hands are exactly the same, but this time around, I'm going to show you what I mean by change them out, which I always shut your hands, but you just pop off the ball joint, like so. And let's add a, I always like to kind of relax hands. Let's use one of these. There you go. And I think that looks very nice. So you can kind of have a hand at that motion, or you can go to the other side. And if you don't want to have that side relaxed, you can go in with a full fist, or the gun paw ready hand, whichever one you want to do. And you get matching sets of both hands. So yeah. So you can full on just give it a full fist if you want to. Now as for the legs, which I find to be kind of the most fun part. Let's see. You can go out. Actually, let's go ahead and move the wing out of the way because this is gonna hinder the leg movement. All right, you can kick out about all the way that far. Bend the knee. That much. Goes back that far. Now, if you engage the gear walk transformation slightly, you can pull that down and then bend the knee and get a little bit more. As far as the foot goes, same as gear walk. You can ankle articulation about that much. This is all solid die cast, by the way. Another cool thing this thing has, kind of a hidden joint. The leg can kick out this far. When I say hidden, because it looks like this can't bend at all, but it can, which is really nice. And it's the same kind of going forward, like so. As you can see, it's mostly for gear walk, but it's there to be used. And same on both sides of the legs, except for the waist swivel itself. You can about that much. When you take off when you remove the wings always kind of way. And this piece right here, well, does not want to stay that well. But let's say you're okay with me. It's all right. And wings can go back. So yeah, that's basically your articulation, which I think is more than enough given what this is. Also, we can bring the gun pod back in And this is a little kind of look kind of like from I think it was episode 2. You can take your strap and stick it in right here in this hole. Hit the other side, do the same thing. This hole right here, and there we go. Pull the camera back a little bit. Yeah, you can kind of, if you don't want to stick it onto the arm here, you can kind of undersling it like this. So I always kind of found it looks kind of haphazard, and maybe it kind of is, but I kind of dig it. I think it was episode 2 where Roy flies down and he takes his gun pod and kind of like an infantryman just kind of throws over the shoulder, which I always found it look kind of cool. Like I said before, I know it may look kind of haphazard. So we can't get a little straighter. About the best you can get, I guess. But I kind of like it still. The only thing I can think of that would make sense to compare them to, you know, just for fun's sake at least, is Siege Jetfire. I think it's kind of interesting to see them both together. You can see how you can see some of the ways, you know, Jetfire's even on color scheme reflects this. And I think it's really neat because I know the original toy. The original toy was basically, I don't think it was a 1J. I think it was based on a 1S from the Macross Remember Love. Because I remember being the color scheme being a red and black. This probably sounds like total French to a lot of Transformer fans, but trust me, I believe that's what it was. But I remember Hasbro had to change up a lot about Jetfire to make him look not so much like this. And this is kind of what they did in the animation. It's kind of what we more or less end up getting. I don't think the scale is right on most of these. Oh, maybe it is right. I don't know. Anyway, here he is with the MP10, just because. Here he is with Rodimus from MMC. And here he is with Klitschumber from Earthrise. So you can kind of get a rough scale how that works. Also, you know what? This scale might actually be right. Tell you what, let's bring back in Jetfire just for fun again. Let's see. That might be right. I mean, you know, either Transformer Jet. I thought about bringing in Voltron and Ava and, you know, and Gypsy Danger and stuff like that. But I felt like a Jet fully transformed. I feel like it's because this thing right here doesn't mass shift. It wouldn't, you know, it wouldn't scale the other stuff. But you know, it's whatever. This is like 1/48 scale, so you know, you just take it, leave it. Time for my final thought. Although I didn't show transformation, so part of me wishes I probably should have. I have to go with my negative first. The only real negative with this thing is going to Batroid or Battleoid mode is not fun. It's really not fun. The design of this thing is very simple, but getting it to the mode here, the Batroid, it's not fun. Gearwalk Guardian mode, that was fun. This thing here with this mode here, not fun. But plus side, that's my only negative. This mode right here, getting to it, not that fun. That's my only real negative. The parts forming aspect didn't bother me at all, because with the parts forming, you get to this conclusion, and I love it. It's awesome. It's painted well. Details great. One more thing I forgot to show. It's more for the jet mode, I believe. It's an air brake here in the chest area. Let's see, there we go. Yeah, I mean, you know, something I missed. Yeah, it's an awesome toy. It's painted nice. Detail is nice. Articulation is nice. What you get. Yeah, I'm almost kind of shocked at the kind of light up feature in the head right here. Yeah, I dig it. It even weighs nice. If you are a Macross or a Robotech fan, I can't tell you any reason why you shouldn't buy this. Right now, currently, to get this thing, you're paying above retail. Luckily, like I said before, I was introduced to a guy who was able to get this thing for me for not too much more than retail, but even still, it's not cheap.
If I could, I can't rate that on. I can't critique that because I didn't buy it when it first came out, so I can't even hold that as a negative. The price. It's the nature of the beast. Macross, robotech stuff is just very high priced, and you really gotta search your own soul. Is it worth it to you? So yeah, like I said, if you're a fan, you can get it for the right price. Pick it up. Check out the other Digicons. You're missing out. They put out quality content just about on a daily, sometimes weekly. But yeah, check them out. I'll have all the information down here below as usual. Also, if you're not subscribed to me, please do. It helps my channel tremendously. And don't worry, I got more great content like this one coming out around the pike. And as always, this has been Sardo Enewtabie, also known as the Black Gentleman. Out here doing God work, reviewing these figures. Until next time, peace out.